Hi everyone, I am R.V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today, in this video lecture, I am going to discuss about a small topic on engineering drawing, and the topic to be discussed are drawing standards. So, what are the standard we are maintaining in the engineering drawing while drawing a picture or a statistical graph or any other thing, any pictorial graph? So what are these drawing standards? Is there a standard for the drawing? So there are several standards for the engineering drawing, but we can use only the local standard, that is Indian standard only. So these Indian standards have been regulated by BIS, that is Bureau of Indian Standards. So we can choose these BIS throughout India. So throughout our country, BIS hallmark is very important one. We can see these type of standards in this video lecture. And what are the drawing standards for the sheets, drawing sheet and any other things? Let's go to the introduction of drawing standards. So these drawing standards are going to be rule that or govern that how technical drawings are to be represented. So a standard is used to represent a technical drawing. So what are the rules and what are the facts they are going to be drawn while drawing a picture? So these representation of drawings is known as a standard. So these drawing standards are used so that drawings can convey the meaning to everyone who reads them. So while seeing a picture in the drawing sheet, we use to understand the meaning of the drawing, so that it can be leveled by the drawing standard. So when it has a standard, it is used to convey the same meaning to everyone. So that is being drawn by the drawing standards only. So these drawing standards have some different types of standard codes in each country, and international also there is one standard we are following through the world. But seeing in different countries, we have different types of standards and different types of codes have been using in each country and continents also. So coming to the first one, our country India, the code is BIS, that is Bureau of Indian Standards. So we have regularly seen in the gold shops or jewelry shops. So a BIS hallmark have been printed on the back side of this jewelry. That is, a standard is maintained in making of these gold items or jewelry items. So that is the BIS hallmark given by the government of India. So that is the same code available in all the standards, that is in the drawing as well as industries and in other areas also. BIS is the same standard using in India wide only. Next one is the USA, United States of America. The code is ANSI. ANSI means American National Standard Institute. So this American National Standard is institute is can be inspected the items as well as drawings, and it will give the specific code to the drawing or the instrument. So that is used in the USA, that is United States of America. Next one is the Japan. So Japan is using JIS, that is Japanese Industrial Standards. So these industries can be standardized by using this code JIS hallmark. And next one is UK, that is United Kingdom. BS is the standard, British standard is the full form of the code BS. So United Kingdom, through the United Kingdom, they can use the British standard only, that is BS hallmark. So United Kingdom can have several countries, that is Ireland, Iceland and England. and Wales. So these all countries are under the protection of United Kingdom only. So they are using the same code for all the countries. Next one is the Australia. So Australia are using the AS code, that is Australian Standard Code. So they are using this code for all the standards they are maintaining for industrial purpose as well as other inspectional purpose also. Next one is Germany. German means DIN, Jewish Institute for Normung. So DIN means the full form of the DIN means Jewish Institute for Normung. Next one is the ISO standard. So ISO standard have been variably introduced for international standards organization, that is through the international level we can use the ISO standard, but in the country level we can use the BIS level. So that is in India we can use the BIS level. So when we are going through a patent or any other thing through the international standard, we are using the ISO, so international standard organization. So this ISO code can be used as a international standard. So these are the several standard codes for different countries, main countries. Next one is the list of drawing standards. So what are the different types of drawing standards we are using? First row is the code number, next one is the content. So JISZ 8311 is the code number used for content of sizes and format of drawings. That is the size and format of drawing, that is which format we are drawing which format we are drawing a picture, and what are the sizes of a drawing. So what are the specifications of a drawing can be listed by this code number, that is JISZ 8311. Next one is JISZ 8312 for line conventions, that is for the different types of lines we are using in the drawing. So what are the different types of lines, what are the line conventions, so why we are using there. So these are all defined by this code number 8312. Next one is for lettering, that is JISZ 8313 code is for the lettering purpose. So what are the different types of lettering? So that is a bold letter or small letter. What are the gaps between the each letter? So these are all done in the lettering only. So that are the code for the lettering, that is JISZ 8313. Next one is JISZ 8314 for scales. So scaling ratio of a drawing sheet as well as the original diagram. So if we are drawing a diagram of the dam, that is an Nagarjunasagar dam or any other thing, they are in the conventions are in the meters, but when we are drawing it in the drawing sheet, we are taking it as scales. So meters is converted into mm, that is 1:20, 1:2, 1:3, 1:4. These are all the scaling ratio. So we are converting the original picture into the drawing picture, that is in the drawing sheet, that is scaling is done for both the variants. Next one is the projection method. So code number for the projection methods JISZ 8315. So this is the code for different projection methods. So we have already seen the different types of projection methods in the earlier video, that is first angle projection method as well as the third angle projection method. So this first angle projection method is drawn in the first quadrant and the third angle projection is done in the third quadrant. So in the first angle projection method, the top view is on the upper side of the reference line and front view is on the top of the reference line and top view is on the bottom side of the reference line. But compared to the third angle projection, this is on the reverse of first angle projection, that is front view is on the bottom of the reference line and top view is on the flip side, that is on the upper part of the reference line. So these are the projection methods we have discussed, and the code number for the projection methods are JISZ 8315. Next one is the JISZ 8316. This is for the presentation of views and sections. That is different types of views. That is front view, top view, side view. So side view can be divided into two types. That is left-handed side view and right-handed side view. So these type of views can be presented by in different sections. So what are the presentation of views and what are the different sections? So these can be divided into standard for code number 8316. Next one is the for dimensioning purpose. So in the dimensioning purpose, what are the different lines we are taking in the dimensioning? So what is the need of dimensioning? So dimensioning is used to represent the linear projection as well as the circular projection of a diagram. That is, what is the diameter of the circle or what is the radius of the circle. In the linear type, we are using the what are the length of the line. So length of the line and the diameter can be dimensioned by this dimensioning. So this is given by the code number 8317. So these are the types of different standards we are maintaining in the drawing, but these are all for the industrial purpose only. So for the technical drawing only for an engineer. So engineer's work is to draw a diagram that is going to work or that is going to understand for a worker which are going to produce a part depend upon the design. So next one is the standard of a drawing sheet. So we are using different types of drawing sheets based on the purpose, based on the drawing board. So in olden days, that is up to a decade ago. So that is when I am studying in the engineering, I have used a large sheet as compared to nowadays we are using a small sheet compared to that is. So in that large sheet there are more diagrams filled compared to these small sheets. So depending upon the purpose also, depending upon the college also, we are taking different types of drawing sheets and the paper can be trimmed in sizes A0 to A4. So A4 sheet means a regular paper we are using for the book size and A0 is a large sheet. So these are the trimmed papers. So these are the pictorial diagram of a different types of drawing sheets. So you can see in that in pink color. So pink size color you can see the different types of drawing sheets. So basically there are standardized sheet sizes, that is JAS. So these standards have been coded in the JAS mark only. So that is from A0 to A4. So the paper size varies from A0 to A4, that is A0, A1, A2, A3 and A4. Now in regular days we are using the A4 sheet only. So for the documentation purpose and for the regular purpose also we are using the A4 size sheet only for documentation but not for the drawing purpose. And A0 sheet is very large in size, that is larger than the diameter, that is larger in size than the drawing board, that is in the engineering drawing board, that is larger than the engineering drawing board. But compared to the technical drawing, many of the engineers are using these A0 sheets. So in the representation of the building diagrams or dams, any other construction work, they are using these A0 sheets. And the size of the A0 sheet is 841 into 1189. That is 841 is the height of the sheet and 1189 is the width of the sheet. So these dimensions are used in millimeters only, not in centimeters or meters. These are used in the millimeter sizes only. So on the bottom of the picture you can see the A0 size sheet. Next, coming to the A1 sheet, so that is the half of the A0 sheet. So the size of A1 is half of the A0 sheet. You can see the regulation, or you can see the size of A1 sheet in the A1 sheet is half of the A0 in the diagram also. So the size of A1 sheet is 594 by 841, that is height of the sheet is 594 and width is 841. So you can see that. Next is A2 sheet. So the regular trimmed paper of the A2 size paper is regularly used in these drawing sheets in engineering colleges, and now they are using the A2 sheets only. So the size of the A2 sheet is 420 by 594 module only. So 420 is the height, 594 is the width of the regularly used A2 sized drawing sheet. So that is the half of the A1 sheet, that is half of the vertical size of the A1 sheet. It is, you can see in the picture. And next one is the A3 size drawing sheet. So these A3 size drawing sheet have been lesser used, so that is used in rare conditions. The dimensions of the A3 sized paper is 297 by 420, that is 297 is the height and 420 is the width, that we have been earlier seen in the other sheets also. And last one is the A4 sheet, that is 210 by 297 is the dimensions of the A4 sheet. So these are the different types of drawing sheets we have been used in the engineering drawing. So they are all can be used in engineering drawing for draw a diagram. So for drawing a diagram or a pictorial graph, you can use these all drawing sheets. So these are the different drawing sheets specifications. And next, going to the drawing sheet orientations. So what are the different specifications of these drawing sheet, regular drawing sheet? So first one is the type X drawing sheet. So we are specifying it as type X, that is A0 to A4. We can use any type of drawing sheet there. So in all the drawing sheets there are same specifications. So first one is the border lines. So the given some sheets are plain in type, that is nothing is drawn, so nothing the borders is not drawn in these sheets. So we are going to draw the border lines also, but on some drawing sheets there are printed border lines, which is defined as the left side, right side, and the tabular form can be also printed in the same drawing sheet. So next one is the title block, so which is on the right side bottom corner, and remaining space is known as the drawing space. So these are the three different types of specifications used in the orientation of drawing sheet. First one is the border lines, second one is the drawing title block, and third one is the drawing space. And second one is this type 2 is the type 5. So we can specify it as type Y sheet, that is only for the A4 sheet only. So that last sheet of the orientations, that is A4 sheet only. So it can be specified as follows. So that is the title block, which is on the right side bottom corner, and remaining is the drawing space. So these are the general border lines used for type X, that is C can be spaced as same length of specification, that is in the picture you can see the top side border. So top side border and right side border and bottom side border can be spaced equally between the border lines, that is it is defined as C. So next one is the left side border line, that is specified as D. So that is somewhat more than these C space, so that is it is greater than the C direction, so C borderline. So there you can see the different types of sizes. So there you can see the different types of sheet sizes and what is the minimum diameter taken in the C, that is the right side, top side as well as the bottom side, and what is the minimum size we can take in the D size also, that is in the left side of the border line also. So for the A4 sheet we can take 10 mm diameter to the right side, top side and bottom side, that is we can take it as 1 centimeter, and the left side border can be taken as 2.5 centimeters, that is 25 mm. So it is double, so it is 2.5 times higher than the, so 1.5 time higher than the actual size of the actual border size of the C, that is right side. Next, coming to the A3 size sheet, so same specifications can be drawn to this A3 size sheet also, that is 10 mm to the right side, top side and bottom side, and 25 mm to the left side of the border line. And coming to the A2 sheet also, we can use the same type of dimensions here, same type of specifications we can draw to this A2 size sheet also, that is 10 mm and 25 mm respectively. Next, coming to the A1 sheet, it has been increasing, so the right side and the top side, bottom side of the dimensioning of the border lines can be increased, that is 20 mm has been taken to the A1 sheet, and 25 mm same dimension of left side borderline can be taken in the earlier sheet sizes, that is A4, A3 and A2. Last, coming to the last sheet, that is A0, we can take it as 2025. The same specifications we can take in the A1 sheet also. So these are the orientation of different types of drawing sheets. So what are the orientations? So how we can take the border lines? So these are all the basic elements of drawing sheets. So when we open a drawing sheet, we can specify these basic elements in the drawing sheet. So by not drawing directly on the drawing sheet, we want to specify these border lines. So when we specify the border lines, the sheet can be clearly identified as, so it is a good sheet. So it is a good sheet with proper alignment of border lines. So these are the different types of orientations which can be drawn in the drawing sheet. Next one is the drawing scales. So what are the scale of the drawing sheet? So what are the scales to be drawn on the drawing sheet? So there are these scale is to be introduced in some level. So first, what is the scale? So we are going to define a scale. So basically scale is the ratio of linear dimension of an element, so which is of a object shown in the drawing, to the real linear dimension of the same element of the object. So these linear dimensions have been clarified as length and size of an element. So the length and size of an element can be defined as linear dimensions in the scale proportionate. So it is the ratio of linear dimension of an element of an object shown in the drawing to the real linear dimension. So we are specifying it as real object, and the object can be drawn in a drawing sheet. So these ratio can be varied in the scale also. Next is the size of drawing in the real as well as in the drawing sheet. So you can see the left side picture, that is the size in the drawing sheet, and right side one is the actual size of the of an element. So actual size of an element. So the red color bottom line is the linear dimension of the size in drawing, that is to real linear dimension of the same element of the object in the actual size. So that is on the right side picture we can see the red color bottom line. So that is the actual linear dimension. Then we are converting this actual linear dimension into the drawing sheet, that is in the ratio proportionate. That is 1 meter is taken as, we can specify into millimeters also. So 1 meter is to, so 1 meter is equal to 1 mm or 10 mm. Otherwise we can create it as 1 meter is taken as 15 mm also, 20 mm also, based upon the purpose and the size of the diagram. We can see these ratios in different level. So designation of these scales. So the scale consists of the word scale followed by the indication of its ratio as follows. So that is known as scale ratio. Scale 1 is to 1 for full size part only, that is scale 1 is to 1 is taken for the full size part only, and scale x is to 1 is taken for enlargement scales. So that is for x is greater than 1 proportionate. So for different standards we are taking the different scales. So first one is the 1 is to 1 ratio, and second one is the x is to 1. So x is to 1 scale is taken for enlargement scales, that is x is greater than the 1. So x is the left side one, so that is greater than the right side value of scale. And the last one is the scale 1 is to x. So this is used for reduction scales, that is x is here also x is greater than 1 only, but the view of the x has been changed, the side of the x has been changed from left side to the right side of the proportionate. So here that is right side value is greater than the left side value, but in the earlier scale the left side value is greater than the right side one. But in the first scale, that is E equal in size, that is 1 is to 1 proportionate is taken for the full size drawing scales only. But in the dimension numbers that is shown in the drawing are corresponds to the true size of an object, that is true value of the real size of the object, and they are independent of the scales used in creating that drawing. That is in one chart we can see taken it as 1 is to 2, and in the other chart we can use it in the 1 is to 3, 1 is to 4. So for different proportionate we are taking these different scales, that is in the enlarged scales or the reduction scales also. So these are the types of different drawing scales we are using in the engineering drawing. Next one is the types of basic line types. So that is basic line types have been taken here. So first one is the types of lines, next its appearance, and what are the name according to its application. So first one is the continuous thick line, that is a regular line. The appearance of continuous thick line has been seen there, that is a thick linear line, that is a normal line, and the name according to the application is visible line. So that is a visible line in drawing, that is continuous thick line. Next one is the continuous thin line. So this continuous thin line has been used in the extension line or dimension line. So that is the name given to them for the appearance in the drawing, that is in the continuous thin line, that is the dimensioning line or extension line. But considering to the continuous thick line, it is less what visible. Next one is the dash thick line. So somewhat of dashes we are using here. So in the drawing it is called as hidden line. So in the 3D diagram, when the backside parts are not visible to the front parts, that is in the front view we can see the front parts only, front side view only, we cannot see the backside view. There we can use these hidden lines. Next one is the chain thin line, that is in the center line we can call it as, the other name for center line it can be called as axis line also. So a normal line and a dot type line, and again a normal line and dot, a normal line and dot, these are the appearance of these chain thin line. And the meanings of these lines, so first one is the visible lines. So these visible lines reference the features that can be seen in the current view, so that are seeable for our eyes only. Next one is the hidden lines. So these hidden lines represents the features that cannot be seen in the current view. So earlier we have discussed about these same. So when we are seeing the 3D diagram, the front view of the diagram can be seen, but the back view cannot be seen. So these hidden diagram can be seen by these hidden lines only. So there is a backside view also, and this backside view can be represented by these hidden lines only. Next one is the center line, that is the axis line. So this represents the symmetry, path of motion, or center of circles, or axis symmetrical parts. This is the centroid or cuboid, that is we can use it for the axis purpose also, or defining the centers of circles also. Next one is the dimension and extension lines. So these can be indicated the sizes and location of features on a drawing. So the dimension and extension lines can be indicated the sizes and location of the features of a drawing. So these are the types of lines which we can see in the drawing. So that is the part outliners, that is heavy line, that is thick line. Next one is for the section lines, that is light one, and next one is the hidden line, that is the medium line, and fourth one is the center line, that is axis line, that is in the light mode only. So by using different types of pencils we can draw these types of lines. So for HB it can draw part outlines, and for 2H pencil we can draw the section lines, that is in the light color, and for the medium purpose you can see the H pencil. And dimensioning extension lines also, it is in light color only. The arrow marks is only on the darker side. Next one is the cutting plane, that is on the heavy drawing, that is a heavy thick line. Next to last one is the break lines. So it is of different types, that is in the heavy side or the light side. We can draw it in the both ways. Next one is the type of line conventions. So first one is the visible line. So this is a solid thick line that represents the visible edges or contrast. So that is a visible edge can be drawn by visible line. Next one is the hidden line. So this hidden line can be drawn in spaced dashes, that is a dash and space for hidden features only. Next one is the section lines. A section line can be drawn in a thin line that indicates the cut surfaces only. And last one is the center lines, that is or axis line. We can use it for in the defining the axis of a circle or center of a part. Next one is the dimensioning. So in this dimensioning, first one are the dimension lines. It is used in the solid thin lines that shows the dimension of the extended part or direction, and the arrows can be thicked in the dimension lines also. Next one is the extension lines. So these extension lines also can be drawn in the solid thin lines only from a point or line. next one is the leaders, that is letters we can use it as. So it is used for dimensioning, symbols, part numbers, etc. And cutting plane and viewing planes for indicate location of cutting planes for sectional views, and viewing position for the removed partial views, that is when we are using a 3D diagram and we are seeing a 3D diagram. So from the basic part it can be shaped in the removed parts only. So by removing the partial views we can see the actual diagram. So there we can use the cutting plane and viewing plane lines. Fourth one is the break lines, that indicates the only portion of object is drawn, maybe random lines, that is random thin dashes. And last one is the phantom lines and chain lines, that is used for the lines or surfaces with special requirements, that is for the long dashes separated by the pair of short dashes. So that is in the phantom lines. And last one is the chain line, used for the lines or surfaces with special requirements. And this is the diagram based on the dimensioning, that is by drawing the different types of lines in a single diagram we can use these lines. So these are the all types of lines, that is all types of lines, that is plane line, extension line, dimension line, center line, and hidden line, break line. So there we can see the all types of lines in a single diagram. So for the section purpose and other visibility purpose we can draw the different lines. So there we can see the visible line in the center, which is the main part of the section, and we can see the different break lines there, and the hidden lines which is on the bottom side of the section of this section. So based upon the purpose and visibility we can use these different types of lines in a single drawing. So these are the different standards and different types of lines used in the engineering drawing purpose. So we can all we can all discuss about the different types of lines and different types of standards used in engineering drawing in our country, that is in India we can use the BIS standard, that is Bureau of Indian Standard. So there we can see these different types of sections, so that is in the thick line as well as the other lines. So thank you for being